Welcome, everyone. I'm Marguerite Richardson. I'm the music director and conductor of the Civic Orchestra of Jacksonville. And thank you so much for joining us for Spotlight on the Musicians. And today we are joined by violinist Jenny Edwards, who's going to talk to us a little bit about her experiences. So welcome, Jen. How's everything going?
Hi, Dr. Richardson. Everything is going great. Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you've changed in your life this year and sort of what's going on that's new with you?
Well, this year at 41 years old, I decided to go back to college to finish a second degree in music. I haven't actually, it's not a new thing. This is something I have wanted to do forever. And in terms of auditioning and preparing and everything, this process has been a few years old. So I had auditioned at FSU a couple years ago when we thought my husband was going to get sent there to work, and I did not get accepted. And then there was this kind of moment where I thought, like, okay, is that a sign that, you know, I'm older, I have my kids, maybe I should let it go? And of course I decided to try again. And then here I am. So it's been an amazing journey. Definitely an adjustment, finding some balance between being home with the kids and working and finding time to do this. But for every moment that I've felt frazzled and stressed out, there's been an equal amount, if not more, moments when I have to kind of pinch myself and just say, I can't believe I'm here and I'm finally doing this. So it's been amazing.
Great.
Yeah, it's been cool.
So Jenny, you have a piece to share with us today. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that recording?
Sure. So the recording is a clip of my kind of going through and practicing the unaccompanied Bach Sonata No. 2 in A minor. So there's lots of parts to that, but I did the grave, and that was part of what I used to audition for both schools. I auditioned for JU and for UNF this year. And of the pieces I did, actually, this one was my favorite. I still don't consider it done. And I have been working on this piece for years. It's a labor of love, but something about this just moves me. I love this piece.
All right, let's go ahead and listen to that right now.
Here is unaccompanied Bach Sonata No. 2 in A minor, the grave.
dark sound compared to some of the other pieces of his that I've worked through. And gosh, just something about that just I feel like I connect with, surprisingly, because I'm kind of a bubbly type. Maybe that's why it's a chance to delve into the other side, you know.
Well, the sonatas of the 6 sonatas and partitas, there are 3 sonatas and 3 partitas. And the partitas tend to be a little more fun because they're dance based. But even like you were saying, the title of that movement is Grave, which is one of the more serious tempo markings that Bach ever uses. And it kind of has that whole doctrine of the affections. So grave meaning here more slow, but also serious and solemn. So definitely the sonata, second sonata is a very serious kind of work.
Yeah. Some of the feedback that I got, well, first let me preface with saying part of the way that I prepped for these auditions was to bug my friends and my relatives and ask them if I could play it for them. And a lot of the feedback I got was just kind of almost perplexed, like, you know, what's happening there? Because they were expecting these, you know, beautiful melodies. And I would have to explain, like, no, this is a grave. It's different. And some of the chords that we're asked to do, to me, and I think to them as well, sounded very kind of dissonant. So I think it was a cool challenge, and something I would like to revisit, to take those kind of dissonant chords and still make them as beautiful as they sound on the professional recordings. Is a cool challenge.
So do you feel, you said it's a balance, but do you feel like your children and your family, everybody's been behind you 100% in the time, especially with time and trying to, you know, again, you said balance, but balance, you know, cooking meals, but still doing assignments and getting papers and things turned in on time. I mean, do you feel like you have good support? Nobody's like, you like school better than me.
No, I've been really lucky, Dr. R. My kids have been amazing. My husband has been amazing. But I mean, I'm not going to lie, it has been a real challenge. And I definitely think right now I'm doing over full-time classes while I'm trying to still work, while I'm still doing some gigs here and there around town, not many with COVID. And then, of course, my kids. And I definitely feel like right now the balance is a little skewed, like nothing is really being done well. So my plan for next semester is actually to cut back a little bit, where well, because for me, I'm kind of like on a musical field trip. It's not like the first time through where you're just, you know, you just want to do this as fast as possible and move on to the next. You know, this is it. This is the experience for me. So I'm totally okay with cutting back to part-time, but then just being more engaged. You know, if I only take 2 or 3 classes, but I'm giving it all of my effort, and then I still have some time to give my kids all of my effort, then I'm completely happy with that if this takes longer. I'm just here for the ride. I mean, it's amazing. I'm so happy to finally be doing this.
Well, do you feel like the Civic Orchestra kind of inspired you, or how did the Civic Orchestra's role in your musical life sort of connect to this going back to school?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just every year with the orchestra is just a chance to learn so much, to play music that we never played before, to converse with adults who went through college doing music as a younger person, to get your tidbits and feedback and learn about the music and little hints about how to place your bow. And you know what I mean? I think it was always a dream before, but I think for many years it seemed unattainable. You know, who am I to think that, you know, this at this point in my life, I'm going to be able to go back and do this, and just pecking away at it little by little. And then you start to realize, like, okay, you know, maybe I could do this. So yeah, it's been an enormous educational opportunity. And then, you know, the Civic Orchestra, when we did that master class, you know, I've looked at all of these years with Civic as a learning opportunity. You know, it's been wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much, Jenny and Dr. Richardson, for giving us a little bit of your time today to showcase what everybody's been up to. I think it's really cool that we can still stay connected throughout these times. So stay tuned for our next episode of our Spotlight on our musicians. Hope everyone has a great day.
Great. Thank you
so much.